Nigeria has raised $4 billion through Eurobonds. The amount was raised after an intensive 2 days of virtual meetings with investors across the globe. In a statement issued last night, the Debt Management Office explained that the order book peaked at 3 times subscription, $12 billion, which enabled the federal government of Nigeria to raise an additional $1 billion more than initially announced. Arise business analyst Chika Mbonudiscussed is with us to discuss the headlines. Chika, you're very welcome.
Hi, how are you today?
Fine, thank you, sir. Well, the bond, we've, it's on the front page.
Yeah, front page of. I'm happy that it's oversubscribed.
Yep.
It's 3 or 4 times oversubscribed. Initially came in for $3 billion.
Yes.
I found out that it was oversubscribed, so they moved it to $4 billion. Now, which is good.
Yep.
3, 10 or 7 years, 12 years, and then 30 years.
Yes.
Different amounts, and then coupon rates moving from 6.125 to 8.25. In this era of low rates, the rates Nigeria pushed out are very very good for the investors.
Yes.
And the good thing is that people still believe in our country.
Yes. Yes.
The DMO said something that is like he speaks of the confidence.
Yes.
That people have in the country. But I just flipped it around. I said, this is confidence on debt. Let the confidence be on FDI.
Right. Good point.
Yeah,
yes.
Let that confidence. The confidence has been on FDIs. Even FPIs now, it would have helped the situation we face with our currency, and because those help to part of the problems we're having is because of the fact that the FPIs and FDIs have actually dried up for our country.
Yeah.
So if they flip that instead of debt, let the confidence be in people, bringing FDIs and FPIs into our country. But be that as it may.
Speaking of FX, this will hopefully help with the reserves.
But at the cost, it's not the interest rates, it's not free,
Very true.
You can't compare it to the FDIs and FPIs.
Right.
So, but as I thought about this already, and I said that this will boost the beauty of raising this kind of money is that it enters our reserves to boost our reserves, and then where managed, it can help in shoring up the value of our currency. And I said that fast the CBN doesn't go and just give it to the BDCs again, to go and start, selfishly, converting it to dollars at rates far above what CBN wants.
Right.
So good for our country. It's coming. $4 billion. That's substantial, massive, and it will help in inspiring confidence.
Great stuff. You want to talk on the president writing to the Senate and the PIA?
Yeah, it's a prerogative actually to a lot of people calling me yesterday say, why so
soon?
Why so sudden?
Yeah.
And it's prerogative to do that. But I looked through the changes. Some of them is lack of rigor.
That's the president writing to the Senate.
Yeah,
right?
Some of the changes they asked for, smack of lack of rigor. And, when the bills were when they're going through the bills in their side.
Yes.
I have a feeling that bills like this, you should put it up there and then the thorough debate and brainstorming to check through all the clauses and make sure that they fit. For example, the issue of suddenly realizing about our federal character. I thought that would have been one of the first things.
Right.
Does it meet our federal character principle? Even though federal character, what it does, it increases the cost of running businesses for us.
Right.
And the other thing is that, in the spirit of I know there's a difference between upstream and downstream, but I was just still saying that in the spirit of the Rotterdam report we're talking about and the reducing cost of doing business, maybe instead of having separate upstream commission, board of directors and everything, and then downstream and maybe we should have found ways of
having just one.
I'll
cover everything.
Everything.
Gotcha.
But the prerogative of the president to ask, right to that, and I noticed the changes. They're not massive. We thought I'm sure that when people heard that president was asking for a change,
it was host communities.
Host community,
right.
That's why everybody looking for. At least the people in South are looking for the host community, clause. And that's the one that we thought that would be included in the changes.
The amendments.
Yeah, but it's not there.
All right.
And gas.
Yes.
Gas. It's
the NLNG, yes?
Yes, it's interesting because the NLNG said that they have 450,000 metric tons of LPG, dedicated to the Nigerian market, and it's not been taken. Now, if you know now what's happening, the prices of LPG in the Nigerian market has gone up.
Yes, it has.
Because of scarcity.
Yes.
The lack of supply. And then here is, LNG saying that, the supply is not being taken.
Right.
So something must be wrong somewhere. And I believe that those who should know should investigate the logistic issues, or are there people holding it or what, to make sure that people suffer. And as we're moving from pushing people from cooking with kerosene and firewood into gas, it's important for our country to make sure that this works. The same thing also, they want to remember they have been export based for a long time now.
Yes.
So they're going to focus on gas to industries and gas to power plants.
Yes.
Remember, a lot of times the power plants are down because of lack of gas. So from 2022, they're going to dedicate about 1 million metric tons to Nigeria.
We expect more power.
Because it will help power supply in Nigeria, because a lot of times they complain about lack of gas. And energy have been, nicely been focused on export to generate foreign exchange revenues for the country.
For itself, finally, Chika, just a couple minutes. Timi Presilva said they've written to Nigeria's written to OPEC to raise the quota.
Raise a quota.
Do you think OPEC will listen to that request?
They have done it for
Saudi Arabia.
United Arab Emirates.
Yes, UAE. Yes, thank you.
Because the baseline they used was in September 2018, production capacity.
Yes.
And then UAE, for example, argued that subsequent to that, they have made massive investments in production. And that should be reflected. Now, ours also was based on that time that we were having problems in Niger Delta. And that formed the basis on which we were given that quota. Now, the minister has said that we will have substantially overcome that problem. And that by November, we should be producing 1.7 million barrels a day. And December, we'll move up to 2 million barrels a day. And for a country of our size, we need every dollar. I talked about it here the other day, that every dollar that we can get, we need.
Right.
And oil happens to be a major source of dollar revenues, dollar inflows. So that's why it's important that happens. We're a very important part of the OPEC. I'm sure they'll listen to us.
Arise business analyst Chika Mbonudiscussed. Chika, thanks for taking us to the oil and gas headlines today. Appreciate
Thank you.